Listen, y'all, you will not believe what Micca just revealed about Anton Daniels. She's spilling everything. And it's all going down on Tasha K's live, from shocking truths to behind the scene dramas. She's letting everything out in her own little way. Some people are saying maybe she got the NDAs. I don't know. Maybe this is why it seemed as if she was caping or capping for Anton Daniels in her Talk Perspective interview. Now, listen, that interview was very telling. Shout out to that brother, because I think that he did a masterclass of an interview, a flawless interview. Shout out to that brother. But with all these things coming out, her exposing NDAs, different things behind the scenes of their connection. We've even gotten to the husband and what's going on with this guy. So many things going on. We are going to get into a breakdown, and this video is coming from behind a paywall. So we're going to be taking a listen to Lakeisha Keisha break down a breakdown while we listen to what was said by Micca. But I want to just preface this. In the video, even though you're not going to see the video, Micca is not making eye contact. We saw some of that in the Talk Perspective interview. You know what I'm saying? You can make it at what you will. Sometimes we think that could be omission, lying. It could be many things we could take that to be. But what I will take from her Talk Perspective video, because everybody gonna cook up, whatever. But what I will take from her Talk Perspective video is that towards the very, very end, we actually seen a genuine moment from Micca where she actually spoke her own true feelings, not what she was thinking in her head, not her protecting nobody else, thinking about her own self and how she felt. She said that I was not protected by Anton. He was supposed to be a person that's advocating for me. He took that opportunity to be boisterous, to accelerate the situation and not defend me. And that's my first critique of it when I saw it. I did the video on that. You know what I mean? So shout out to her for speaking up for herself in that regard. But we just know that she was doing a lot of spinning during the whole interview. So I can't cape or cat for her as well. So salute to that. Salute to y'all. But if you Anton right now, I know back in the days you wanted one of these, but I think you need one right now, bro.
Excuse me, buying hugs for $1. No. I'm buying hugs. I want to give you $1 for a hug.
So what do you go by online? They just know you as Micca?
Either go by Micca or Pop Culture Micca.
Okay, Pop Culture, man. I don't want to put your government and they be looking you up on the internet and your social security never knew you. Next thing you know, you got a house and they're taking your tax return. Well, listen, welcome. I know unconventional interview. Your team reached out because apparently you were being slandered all over the internet concerning you and Anton Daniels, a fellow content creator on the YouTube streets that has a massive platform. Apparently he's married and has been married for a very long time, has children and everything, and you two have a working relationship, but the content creators are saying that you guys have a relationship. They're saying that you are the mistress, aka side piece, side chick.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what we're here for. Now I'm due to talk to Anton, I believe Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. We're talking to Anton Wednesday, Jason? Yes. So me and Anton are going to be doing a full sit down. We will be discussing you, but I think it's only right that we, hear from your mouth. And so, real quick, I just want to, if you don't mind, just give us some short background on who you are and what it is that you do.
Cool. Well, my name is Micca. I go by Pop Culture Micca, and I am a commentator. I am a conservative commentator as well. I have been featured on Fox. I've been featured on BBC.
Yeah, you real conservative, all right. I ain't even gonna drag it. Just let's get back to the audio. I ain't gonna drag it, y'all.
And I am also in the YouTube content creation space as well.
Okay, cool. Are you a journalist? I think I saw somewhere that you were a journalist.
Yes.
So you actually went to journalism school and...
No, I did not, but I have been doing this for a very long time. So I've been in the entertainment industry pretty much my entire life. And I kind of got into journalism by way of doing politics. So I do commentating with BBC News and, like I said, with Fox 5.
Okay, cool. All right, no problem. So real quick, let's start from the beginning. How did you and Anton meet?
So me and Anton met online. Anton reached out to me, sent me an email, told me that he would like to interview me. So that's how we met, talked about the
That little interacting sounded shaky. I'm not going to drag it, do too much talking, because you know Uda like the damn talk. But we know that interaction when Duke was pressing her, Orlando, the interviewer, like what made him just holler at you? How did he know to email you? She says that people reached out on Anton's side, got her content to him, and then he reached out from there. Some people in the chat was cooking her. Some people said, I don't believe that. She probably DM'd him too, because she said, I was a fan of his and I used to watch him. So if you do watch him and you're a fan of a person, you might reach out to a person. I mean, that ain't a bad thing or a good thing. So I can understand where some people are saying, she probably reached out to him too. I don't know. I'm gonna leave y'all to think about that.
Interview about, and that was that.
Okay. What made you reach out to do an interview though? Were you trending at the time or something?
So from what Anton told me, a lot of his, I guess supporters or a lot of the people that watch him like my content, and they kept, emailing him, because from what I know of Anton, they will email him if they see somebody online that they think is, interesting, or they want, Anton to talk to.
Okay, so he basically said the viewers had reached out to you. How many followers did you guys have at the time?
So at the time that Anton reached out, I probably had about maybe 20K on Instagram. And I had just, I've only been doing YouTube a year, a little over a year, maybe 15, 18 months. And at the time I had just started YouTube. So his followers probably know me from just, doing different commentators and being on different people's podcasts at the time.
Okay. And how many years ago was this?
I've known Anton almost 2 years now.
Okay. And so, so what would lead them to believe, because I know he had that big blowout with Corey Holcomb. I don't know if Corey mentioned your name or anything like that, but when it comes up, you are coming up as Anton side chick. Now, I do want to put this out here. You are very attractive. You're very articulate. And I wouldn't want you around my husband. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. No, please don't be disrespectful. I'm just saying.
I understand.
However, you heard Cam Newton. Cam Newton say he can't be around no beautiful women and it just be strictly friends. Okay? And a lot of men do think like that. Mm-hmm. So I just kind of want to understand the nature of the relationship. Did you guys just start working together all the time and doing content together?
So once Anton reached out to me and I did the interview, he, found that, I was interested in different things as far as pop culture and politics, and that I knew a lot when it came to those two areas. So we decided to go ahead and work together. Anton had something that he was revamping at the time, which was his old channel that he had called Fight Club. And he wanted to turn it into something called After Hours. So that's where I started, which is called After Hours.
Okay, guys.
I will say this one thing. The difference between my man with the blue suede suit, with the gold shirt, with the Dior tie that was slicing through them lies, my man, Orlando, he was cooking. But she can't say certain things that she's going to say to him with Tasha K, because Tasha K is a YouTuber as well. So she may understand more of this YouTube history than that guy Orlando does. So she may even understand more about Anton as well, even though she's not going to cook him because she's doing an interview with him next.
Meet up to do any of these shows, or you just kind of work virtually?
Most of it is virtual. I've probably been to Detroit about maybe 3 times, but most of it is virtual. Okay. If not all of it, probably about 98% of it.
Okay. Now, did you meet the wife?
Yes, I met her the first day I came out.
Okay. And she didn't mind y'all working together?
No. And, to contrary of, belief or popular belief, she's there 99.99% of the time. She's not a content creator, so she stays off camera.
Okay. Okay, so at the time on YouTube, you said you had about 20,000 followers.
On Instagram. On YouTube, I had just started when I met Anton. So I probably had a little over 1,200 subs at the time. I was building my platform.
Okay, guys. So I just got to say something. She stated that Anton reaches out to her to do an interview and to do an interview with her. As a content creator, the only people you want to reach out to are people that's trending. Nobody knows who this lady is. She said she had 20,000 or something on Instagram. Instagram and YouTube are not the same. A lot of time your followers don't cross over, which means you can have a whole bunch on Instagram. That don't mean they coming to YouTube. So she had 1,200 subs on YouTube, and she wants us to believe Anton reached out to her to do an interview. That is equating to $0. So Anton doing an interview with an unknown person that don't nobody know. I mean, nobody knew her then, really, and they don't know her now. So she wants us to believe.
And we understand that the first interaction, she went to the basketball game, right? Walk this down with me, y'all. She goes to the basketball game. She says that all these important people are here. She even names the mayor at that time. I think the guy's name was Mike Duggan or something like that. She names all kind of people, put Mike Duggan there. I don't know why, right? All these people that she named, but what was her real business there at this meeting? It comes to be more like a show and tell type of a vibe. Maybe you was there with some show and tell, you know what I'm saying? Because it don't seem like you really had a reason to be there when Orlando from Fox was giving her the pushback on his last interview. It just didn't seem like she had a reason to be there. It seemed more like show and tell. So let's get back to it. Salute to everybody. Y'all drop a like. Y'all support the channel. Share, do all the things. Shout out to McDs, MDs. Shout out to MDs for being the first person to super chat today. Salute to that.
That Anton reached out to her to do an interview because she is so articulate and she has all these things going on. But what we think is Anton, maybe he did reach out to her, but it was for something else, because there would be no reason as a content creator for you to be reaching out to people that don't nobody know. We would not be talking about her if it wasn't for Anton.
I was already, doing YouTube. And when Anton reached out to me, I already had motion on Instagram because of the entertainment that I was doing already and the news commentary that I was doing already.
Okay. Hold on for a second. Now, Anton's wife is really gorgeous. She's very gorgeous. She's nice. I've spoken to her. However, when I look at you, you get a lot of DMs on Instagram.
I get quite a few, but I don't pay attention to them because at the end of the day, that's not why I'm on Instagram. So I see them, but
you see them. What do they say when they're DMing you? What kind of things do they?
Honestly, I don't really get into it because I can, you can see what they start off with, and anytime I've ever seen something, it's not nothing that's ever business, and that's really what
girl. What they saying to you in your DMs on Instagram? It's giving fun, girl. Nobody has reached out to you other than you're pretty and they want to be nasty. I'm just being real. It is what it is.
Instagram is for. I get people see me, but at the end of the day, it's for business. So. They get on red.
Okay, cool. And so you really didn't have a following on YouTube. So basically, he leveraged his platform and gave you a following.
He definitely leveraged his platform. And he,
again, like I just stated, and then I'm gonna let it play. She had no followers on YouTube. 1,200 is damn near no followers. You just get monetized with 1,000. You had 1,200 followers. Why would somebody reach out to you? You have no followers. You're barely monetized to do an interview with you. What would be the reason? Use the brain that God gave you. Even if you don't have no brain, Why would she think that Anton reached out to her to do an interview with somebody with no followers that don't nobody know? That makes absolutely no sense. But I want y'all to listen to her try to prove to the interviewer how smart and articulate that she is, and doesn't want to believe that Anton reached out to her for any other reason other than for some reason she's something that somebody, or we never saw before. Okay, we never heard of her. Man, we don't know you. But she deflects and she even lies. So let's just finish listening.
Did you go to Detroit to see him for business? Yes. So me and Anton are going to be doing a full sit down.
We're just leverage his platform. And he also was able to teach me how to use YouTube effectively because, you know, I tell a lot of people, Anton has pretty much mastered YouTube. So when I did go out there, I pretty much studied. I watched what he did. I watched how he talked to people on YouTube, how he talked to his following, his subs. And, you know, I learned a lot.
Let me ask you a question. If you were ugly, have you ever thought about being ugly? Because you're not ugly.
Oh, Tasha, I'm not gonna drag this. I'm not talking too much because you know again is bullshit. A woman is gonna ask a woman certain question, or anybody. A woman is just different, bro. Because he was asking questions, that guy. But look, this is Tasha K now. Look at how Tasha K gonna dice this up. She's different. But remember, she still got Anton coming up, so she ain't gonna just cook her. But Tasha K is just different, though.
If you were ugly, do you think Anton would have leveraged his platform with you?
I really can't get into what I think Anton would have done, honestly. But, you know, I'm not unaware that, you know, I'm attractive or that people find me attractive. But what I know to be true is that I'm a very serious person when it comes to work. And so I'm a very hard worker. I give, you know, a lot of attention to detail. And if I work with somebody, they're going to see my value. And I really do think Anton really saw the value in what I did.
Okay, so were you doing this on Instagram at first before you did on YouTube, or like you were just making videos?
YouTube is because YouTube is actually different than what I was doing. So what I was doing was on TV. So here locally, I was on Fox 5. So I did the entertainment segment. I would talk with TMZ and we would talk about whatever the popular thing was. I also did a podcast out here in DC where we would talk to different celebrities, sports figures. I've had NFL coaches and all types of people, Wall Street people, just everybody that's pretty much trending we've had on that podcast. So I was already used to doing that.
Lady, nobody knows you. So you see how she keeps trying to tell us who she is. I ain't never heard of this woman until people, you know,
on Jesus sandals. Y'all don't lie on my sister, Lakeisha. Don't lie. Anybody with two names, take them serious. Lakeisha. Put some spec on my sister shit. But yo, look, I never knew who Micca was. I never heard of her, bro. She got videos. We seeing music videos. She bugging. We seeing all type of shit pop out, but I never saw Micca before this. So she's saying that she was doing a lot of celebrity stuff. Maybe if you was in the DC area, maybe you know more. I'm from New York City. You know what I'm saying? So maybe she didn't make it cross here. But maybe if you're from that side, DC, anywhere of that side of the world, get in the comments and let me know. Did you hear about Micca? If you was from DC, I seen her performing in stadium and shit. Did you hear about it? I didn't.
Are sending me messages about Anton cheating on his wife. She is fighting for her life. She wants to let, she's interviewing with Tasha K. She wants to force Tasha K to know who the hell she is. You speaking to a woman who got over 1 million followers. She don't know you. Nobody knows you. So she's fighting right now for her life.
I just had never done it on YouTube. So once I started my podcast, that's when I started to do that.
I guess what I'm trying to figure out, because I notice a lot of smaller content creators, but they have to already be doing content in the same manner in which I'm doing it. Because I've helped a lot of content creators. I've scaled their platforms massively. I'm talking about, I'm taking content creators from 5,000 to 300,000, 200,000. Like, I really do that. But but for you, I was just trying to figure out, like, because my platform is huge. And I was just trying to figure out, like, where did he actually see your talent? Because if you didn't have a YouTube presence, you were only on Instagram.
Either go by Micca or pop from there.
I'm so sorry. I just messed up. I gotta stop. She said, where did he actually see your talent? Okay, see, we in the same, because I'm like, girl, what?
And so I'm a very hard worker. I give a lot of attention.
Look, let me rewind it, y'all.
He definitely
On the internet.
Let me rewind it again. And I'm gonna stop stopping it because it keeps clicking whenever I do it. So she's asking her, girl, I just want to know, where did he see your talent? Because this is all about talent. YouTube is extremely hard. There's only two ways to do it. People got to like you. You got to work hard. I mean, you can work hard and people don't have to necessarily like you as much, but you put in more work. But the key is you got to work hard. So she's simply saying, girl, what? I'm not trying to be funny, but I don't see the talent.
is doing already.
Okay.
Video,
Hold on for a second. Now, Anton's wife is really gorgeous. She's very gorgeous. She's nice. I've spoken to her. However, when I look at you, you get a lot of DMs on Instagram.
I get quite a few, but I don't pay attention to them because at the end of the day, that's not why I'm on Instagram.
What the hell? Stutter. I can tell you lying because I don't want to go into the song.
I see them, but
you see them. What do they say when they're DMing you? What kind of things do they?
Honestly, I don't really get into it because I can, you can see what they start off with, and anytime I've ever seen something, it's not nothing that's ever business. And that's really what my Instagram is for. I get people see me, but at the end of the day, it's for business. So they get on red.
Okay, cool.
Take her word.
And
if she say that, we ain't gonna prove that. We take her word for that, right? Move on.
So you really didn't have a following on YouTube. So basically, he leveraged his platform and gave you a following.
He definitely leveraged his platform. And he also was able to teach me how to use YouTube effectively because, I tell a lot of people, Anton has pretty much mastered YouTube. So when I did go out there, I pretty much studied Anton. I watched what he did. I watched how he talked to people on YouTube, how he talked to his following, his subs. And, I learned a lot.
Let me ask you a question. If you were ugly, have you ever thought about being ugly? Because you're not ugly. If you were ugly, do you think Anton would have leveraged his platform with you?
I really can't get into what I think Anton would have done, honestly. But, I'm not unaware that, I'm attractive or that people find me attractive. But where
the disingenuous come in. I don't want to talk too much, right? But we know how Anton talk. We know that Anton like being around beautiful women. He even says that himself. You know what I'm saying? And if she says that she watched Anton, she said, I was a fan of Anton. I watched Anton. Okay. So if you watch Anton, then you know how Anton speaks. So you could just be real with certain things there. Because if anybody that watches Anton knows that, you're not coming to bring up no Bertha, no Rasputia, and none of that. No shout out to the Rasputia. The one time I had to give a Rasputia some love and had to keep the party going for her. But it's all good. You know what I mean? Buddha could do that. But I'm just saying, though, we already know how Anton's on it. So it just seems like she's caping for that and caping for him or some shit.
I know to be true is that I'm a very serious person when it comes to work. And so I'm a very hard worker. I give, a lot of attention to detail. And if I work with somebody, they're going to see my value. And I really do think Anton really saw the value in what I did.
Okay, so were you doing this on Instagram at first before you did on YouTube, or like you were just making
YouTube is because YouTube is actually different than what I was doing. So what I was doing was on TV. So here locally, I was on Fox 5. So I did the entertainment segment. I would talk with TMZ and we would talk about whatever the popular thing was. I also did a podcast out here in DC where we would talk to different celebrities, sports figures. I've had NFL coaches and all types of people, Wall Street people, just everybody that's pretty much trending we've had on that podcast. So I was already used to doing that. I just had never done it on YouTube. So once I started my podcast, that's when I started to do that.
I guess what I'm trying to figure out, because I notice a lot of smaller content creators, but they have to already be doing content in the same manner in which I'm doing it. Because I've helped a lot of content creators. I've scaled their platforms massively. I'm talking about, I'm taking content creators from 5,000 to 300,000, 200,000. Like I really do that. But but for you, I was just trying to figure out, like, because my platform is huge. And I was just trying to figure out, like, where did he actually see your talent? Because if you didn't have a YouTube presence, you were only on Instagram.
I was on television.
Okay, you're on television, but you're on television in DC, correct?
But I would put those on my social medias. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So a man in Detroit on YouTube happened to catch your TV segments on your Instagram, and his viewers said that he should talk to you. And so he reached out to you via email.
Correct. His subscribers or his viewers sent him my content.
Well, what content?
Possible. It's possible. So we can't say it's not possible. The shit possible, but is it plausible? Is it, you know what I mean? Is it really the situation though? You know what I mean? It just seems like a reach. It just seems like a reach.
Yeah, were you making that was in line with what Anton is doing? Because Anton does
I'm in politics. So Anton has 3 different channels. Anton does like, the Millionaire Morning Show, and that is usually in politics and popular culture. And that's pretty much what I do. What I was doing on Fox was pretty much popular culture and politics. And what I do on my own channel is exactly that.
Okay. So I'm looking at your profile.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at your Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Let's roll reverse for a second, because I want you to put yourself in the shoes of the viewers.
Okay.
If you saw somebody that looked like you with your husband, let me be real with it. If you saw someone that looked like you and the content creator was married, would you assume that the reason he reached out is because you were talented, or is it because you were drop dead gorgeous?
No, in my line of work, there are tons of beautiful women that actually are talented and are actual go-getters. They do all types of work within entertainment and politics and being on television. So it's not oblivious that somebody, you can see that they're attractive, but at the end of the day, you gotta say, when you've been in this business a long time, when you look at different people's reels and when you look at, what they've done, I can see somebody's value outside of their beauty.
Okay, so have you ever been married before?
Yes, I'm married now.
You're married now?
Yes.
You have a husband?
Yes.
How long have you been married?
I've been married pretty much all my life.
Hold up, wait a minute. Wait the goddamn minute. You mean I've been pretty much married all my life? We ain't in ancient Israel. What the?
Oh no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
This is why you need a woman. They want men and women, us as black people, they want us to separate from each other. They dumb. Relax. We think one way as men. You remember he did that flawless interview? He ain't asked this question that a woman gonna ask you. A woman gonna sit back and just ask you some shit like that. Why did that? I'm telling you, you cannot never prepare for what a woman gonna ask your ass. I'm telling you, that man was sharp. That's why some people thought he was playing for the other side of the teams. But don't worry about that. Shout out to everybody on Earth. We ain't trying to knock nobody. Look. What? Scooby? Wait, get
Asked her, had she been married before? Throughout this entire conversation, I would have said, listen, I'm married. I don't want Anton. You only say you're married when you're asked if you're married. How long have you been married? 5 years, 6 years? I've been married my whole life, all my life. What do that even mean? And if you guys look at her, which I'm going to show you, I'm going to see if I can show you. You can't probably see it. So she's looking at a screen. She's not even looking at her while she's interviewing her. How long you been married? I've been married my whole life. Or this is...
No, bruh. Nah, I want somebody in this comment section to go dig up your weapon or something that you got buried in the backyard, bruh, and bust that shot in my chat, bruh. Please bust the shot in my chat. You ask a person how long they've been married, a person tell you all their life? What the hell does that mean, bro? What are you talking about? You know we living in a world of PDF type energy, and you know we on PDF patrols. Yeah, patrol. What does that mean, though? I don't know what that means, bro.
Your husband,
All my adult life, yes.
All my
okay, so your husband, so your work relationship,
I've been married my whole adult life. So what does that mean? You got married at 18? Who answers questions like that? She's looking at a screen as if she's nervous and like, how long you been married? My whole life or my adult life? What do that even mean? Well, it gets even more crazy.
I told you, by the way, on Instagram. Your husband approves of your work relationship with Anton?
Yes, my husband knows of every work relationship that I have, period. Whether male or female.
Is your husband on your IG?
No, my IG is strictly for business. I don't put my personal life on my IG.
So you actually have a husband posting pictures like this. I'm just trying to figure this out. Like, because the pictures you post are they're gorgeous, but they're kind of a little bit scary, a little bit. I'm going to be honest with you. When I look at your profile, it's given more IG model than commentator. It's just my thing.
I have two profiles. So one is just
not trying to be funny, but your profile does not give commentator. Your profile gives Instagram girl want to take cute pictures. It doesn't give anything. So all of this that she's telling us that she did, we don't see it.
Pop Culture Micca, and the other one is
the one that I'm on. I'm on Pop Culture Micca.
And then the other one is Red Cup. So the Red Cup profile is just all my commentary, whether it's politics or something that I'm talking about with popular culture.
Okay. So why not? So is this the first time that you've ever talked about your husband? Or do people know that you're married?
To the public? Public? Yes. Mm-hmm.
So you've never revealed that you've had a husband. This is the first time.
I never talk about it.
I guess what I'm trying to ask you is this going to be something that's probably going to shake the internet? Is the fact that you're married and no one knew about it?
No, some people do know, and some people don't know. I just don't dive into it.
Okay.
So some people
so when you go to visit Anton, is your husband with you?
No.
Has he met Anton?
He has not met him in person.
Okay. And they're cool. Like they smoke cigars together. It's chill.
They haven't met in person.
So how do you know he approves of Anton? Because I'll be honest with you, how long have you been married? How many years you say?
Why she's saying it like that? You see how I think she's being disingenuous. She just spoke with Orlando. The man asked him, did he speak to your husband? Did he see your husband? Did he go meet him? Do he anything? If I'm a man looking for my wife, I don't care if you want to meet me or not. I don't care if you married or you single. I'm getting on happy feet. That's what I'm happily running. I'm getting on happy feet, and I'm coming over there to go see what the hell going on with my wife. That's what that man said. But now she's going to say, not in person. Remember, that guy that interviewed her, Orlando, is friends with her husband. Okay? So she couldn't try this dumb shit. He's friends with her husband. They're cool. He met him in real life. He actually met him. See what I'm saying? So now you're saying that he met him virtually? No, not in person. Did he ever speak to your husband? No, you said no. So if he never spoke to your husband and never met your husband in real life, then you're gonna kind of act like he met him in virtual life, in virtual reality? No. Remember, your husband never spoke to him as well, you said, lady. Come on, bro. This woman's all over the place, yo. This is craziness, no. Even if you want to defend her, you can't even defend her, you know. This is crazy. It's crazy.
And my entire adult life.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't put that out.
Okay. Are you guys together or are you separated?
No, I'm together.
And you live in the same house?
Live in the same house.
You have kids?
I don't put that out
Not gonna say.
as well.
But shout out to if they still together, regardless of all this stuff that goes on online. Sometimes we see that things that happen online. I think that she needs to take more accountability. I think she carried herself indecent in a lot of ways. I think she played into a lot of Anton's narratives or his persona, like she liked to say, regardless of the fact they were both married. And I don't think she put no respect on her husband. Somebody asked me, "Oh, did you see the husband?" I said, yeah, I see the husband. They said, yo, Uda, what the husband look like? I said, a goddamn fool. Because I see many goddamn fools, and I've even been a goddamn fool at a time. So I know what a goddamn fool look like. I ain't got to see this man. That's how I felt about the situation. But I don't know the man personally. I don't. But how do you got your wife around this man? He over here compliment her body, this, that. People thinking, saying she a side chick. This man ain't come out to say, yo, look, this woman not my side chick. At least say that. What type of respect is that, bro? What type time? When do you get up outside to say, yo, wait a minute, brother? Yo, what's happening, bro, with mines? Come on, bro. You just can't put all the ownership on the woman. What happened to that man that's she supposed to be under his covering? And she talking about she under Anton covering.
Oh, no, you can't be serious. That's some bullshit right there.
What type of shit is this when you married and you under somebody covering already and you still looking to be under some next nigga covering? I don't know what that mean, bro. I don't know what that mean. Unless that next nigga is Jesus, I don't know what that mean, bro. Great.
I understand that because, you know, I'm a married woman. I've been married 20 years. My husband was just talking to you on the phone there, like when you needed tech help. Why hide your marriage life?
I don't hide it. But here's the problem. I grew up in the internet era, and I understand how nasty people are, including what I'm going through right now. And I understand that people will use your family against you, especially in an area of content that I am in, which is politics. When people don't like what you say, people don't like what you do, when they can't get to you, they will get to somebody that you may love and that's around you. And so that is my way of protecting my family. I'm a content creator. I really don't have a problem with people who want to approach me. I don't want that to fall on my family because they don't have anything to do with what I'm doing.
I
You
get
moving
that.
mad slack out here, sister. You moving mad slack. That man was asking you about a specific day of when you was around Anton or whatever. You can't remember. But as a married woman, you should be remembering how you move because you move like this every day. And nobody could get you timed up and caught up in nobody bullshit. Like, what the fuck? I wasn't over there. What the fuck are you talking about? You know I'm not on that. Because you a married woman. And you speak with your man and your man speaks with him. Y'all should be able to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got something different. This ain't girlfriend, boyfriend, son. This is something real. And it seems like you and your husband is not on one mind. It seems like you on your own mind and he got to get down or lay down. Seems like that, bro. Seems like that.
Like you can post your husband and he not have any social media presence. Like my husband doesn't have a social media presence. I have millions of followers. I get 100 billion views. Well, actually, I get a billion views a year. Okay.
Right. But mine deals in something that is very high up. And so,
what does that have to do with them? If there's very high up people that have social media profiles, it actually will. I think the narrative of you being called a side chick or a mistress, he could have dealt that situation and been like, no, this ain't what that is. I know Anton, and been out. But the fact that you have to get up here and defend.
So I got to interject just a little bit, y'all. So she says she married. She doesn't want to talk about her husband. This is a whole man. So if somebody is saying that you are a side chick, why your husband ain't speaking out to say, hey, you don't want to know anybody know who your husband is. So now you protecting a man and he should be protecting you. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I don't want to talk about my kids, or I don't want to mention that. Girl, do you got kids or not? I have adult kids. That don't mean I go to their, social media and be like, this my daughter, here go her, page, or here's my son page. Why is she asked this lady to come on her show, her YouTube channel, and yet you come on a YouTube channel, but yet you have all these secrets. This girl, Micca, is a clout chaser, and she's doing anything that she can to get the little bit of clout that she can.
You are to a man, and you're drop dead gorgeous. Your profile, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not given. I don't think Anton saw your talent when he met you. I personally don't. As a woman first. And as a woman that grew up around men, I just don't see where he saw your talent. I see.
Have you gone to the other page as well?
So how long have you had this page? Did you have this page as long as you had Pop Culture Micca?
No, I've had Pop Culture Micca since I've been online. But once I started podcasting, I had the Red Cup.
Okay. But you had the Red Cup. It was the podcast after you met Anton, right?
No, before. I was already podcasting.
Okay, and how poppin' was it? Because it's right now. If it's been 2 years, you only got 50.
I've been podcasting for.
2 years. You got about 50 something. Is what she's saying in terms of followers. So either people like you, they don't like you very much, but in 2 years, either you're not working it, because you should have more followers in 2 years than 50,000.
Asking for about 18 months. Mm-hmm.
So that was after you met Anton. I'm looking at the timeline.
You're looking at the timeline, okay.
Huh? What I'm saying is, are you sure?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, the question is, did you have a Red Cup before or after you met Anton?
I had Red Cup before.
How poppin' was it? Because it only got 50K now 2 years later.
Correct. So I probably was sitting at like 1,200. About 1,200 subs.
Okay.
Which is what I stated when you asked me in the beginning. Yeah, I probably was sitting at 1,200 subs because I'm very new to YouTube.
So meeting Anton got her over 40,000 subs.
Yep. And yet she said, because, I was surprised. That's why I dealt with Anton, because, black and brown people don't want to be letting us know the secrets, like of YouTube or something, or anything like in workplace or something like that. You know how we be with each other. Ooh, child. Yo, bruh, that interview was trash. She said that about black and brown people. When a black man, regardless of what you think about Anton, he's a black man. He came to help you. He helped you get the 50,000 sub that your ass did get. Not a white man, not a white woman, not a conservative white person, none of that. A black person, regardless if you like Anton or not, he's still the person. So when she made that statement about the black and the brown person, she was fucking out of, I don't know where she was. She was on Mars with the dumb shit.
So this girl uses her looks and, things of that nature to advance instead of getting in. And I said this on a previous video, you know, women like her try to use everything but this to get ahead. So she said when she started off, she had about 1,200 subs, you know, going, you know, doing all these things with Anton, being seen with Anton advanced her, I guess, 40 something thousand, because she's only at 50,000 2 years later. See, it is better to just put the work in and just get it out, what they say, get it out the mud and just get it done. Because girl, 40 something thousand subs that it took you 2 years to get, I wouldn't have been worried wasting my time with Anton. So let's further listen to it, y'all. This is a whole mess.
So you're new, and this huge creator reaches out to you to say, I think you're talented. I want to help you and leverage it. Do you believe like men will help you for incentives? Have you ever been propositioned like that?
No.
You've never been propositioned by a man to help you for incentives?
No, because everything that I do up front has always been business. And when
everything she does up front has always been business. Why in the hell would Anton, who is established making money on his own channels by himself, what the hell could you add to his channel? Absolutely nothing. That is like me going to get some new creator who barely is monetized and wanting to collaborate with them. Now, there are some really good people that I see on YouTube that's really good. And, you know, they may not have as many subs, but when you link up to do business, it has to be mutually beneficial to both parties. So why would Anton pick somebody who barely monetized that nobody on YouTube knows?
Feel that when I feel that it's going somewhere else, I will remove myself from it.
I got something I want to talk to you about. So how is it that you had the red cup before? But when I scroll all the way down to your page, Anton is your guest. It's the first clips that come up.
So now she gets caught in a lie. She said that she had the red cup prior to Anton. Tasha scrolls all the way down, Anton being her very first guest. So how is it that you had this podcast before Anton, the one that you said you had 1,200 subs, but now 2 years later after meeting him, you got what? I think she said 50,000. So damn near 48,000 she got from meeting him. So watch how she answers this question. She originally said she had this podcast prior to meeting Anton.
Which tells
I had
me,
Anton as a guest.
okay, but he's your first guest on a podcast that you say you had before you.
He's my first one-on-one.
Okay.
It's my first one-on-one interview. So I have live streams, I have videos, and I have one-on-one interviews. So I do one-on-one.
See you too with Alvin Gray. I know him personally.
I've done Alvin Gray. I've done Chicago Flips Red. I've done Brexit. I've done Anton Daniels.
Okay.
I've done football coaches. I have plenty of people I've talked to. And like I said, I was on a podcast already called The Realish TV, which you can look up as well. And The Realish TV, we also did different types of celebrities that might be in this area and out of this area.
Did Anton take you to a basketball game and y'all sat courtside together?
I did go with Anton to a basketball game, yes.
Alone?
What do you mean alone?
Did you guys go together?
Yes, we went together. Anton had business dealings there already. So that's what he actually went for.
Okay, and so he went there and then you joined him, courtside.
No, so Anton went there for business dealings. We probably sat on the side of the court for about 10, 15 minutes.
I just want to know a question to y'all. If y'all went to go meet some people for business, me and you went to go there. Did me and you go there alone? I'm just saying, this doesn't take math for this type of dumb shit. We went to where we went because we went to go meet the people, right? We ain't leaving with these people when they leave, right? So we did go alone. We went to go. So this is how much she's trying to tiptoe around certain words, that she's just making herself look stupid, trying to tiptoe around certain words instead of just speaking. Speak straight or lie or say something else. Do something. But don't be that. I don't know, man. Let me just shut up.
That he's back talking to all the people he's talking to. You are in business. You absolutely understand that business dealings go on, not just in office spaces.
What kind of business dealings does Anton do that he got to do it courtside, though, is the question.
It's not courtside. So you absolutely understand that these type of events or these type of places, golf courses, I guess some cases Atlanta, other places, but a lot of business dealings happen outside of offices.
I'm familiar.
So she wants to tell a woman with over 1 million subs that is already where she's trying to be, where to conduct business. This lady is lying. So the question
always sound like, even with the other guy, she's like, did you ever sit at the game before? The man is a news person. They pay these people to go to games. They pay these people. Everything's free. I was covering the Diddy trial every day for 40 days, bro. I was around news people, bro. These people have people that answer, do everything, bring them water, every goddamn thing all day. That shit is all paid for. When they're on the job, they're all paid for. So why is she always acting like she's trying to school somebody? How you schooling Tasha to what? And then she brings up Atlanta. We're not even talking about Atlanta. We're talking about where your ass was. So what the hell are you talking about? Like, come on, bro. Stop, lady.
Was, why are you with him courtside? So she wants to say Anton had business dealings. Why in the hell would he take you? Nobody knows. You have nothing to bring to a business dealing. Nobody knows who the hell you are. You have no followers. You have no subs. You are new. What do you bring to this space? That is simply what she's trying to say without being rude. But she's saying, oh, well, business is conducted not just here. It's conducted on a golf course. That wasn't the question. You're not his wife. If he's conducting business, why is he taking the side piece?
And I used to, before I met my husband, I dated upper echelon men, and I was with them. And when I'm with them, they want eye candy. And they pay my bills.
Okay, but Tasha, I can't be concerned about what Anton may or may not be thinking.
No, I'm not saying about Anton.
You see how she jumped to conclusions. Oh, Tasha, I can't be concerned about what Anton may be thinking. No, she didn't say anything about Anton. She was saying in her experience before getting married, she dealt with guys because she was single, and the guys that she was with that would take her to certain events, the understanding was, you want a pretty girl to carry around because that's how dudes are. They want a pretty girl to take to these different places. I'll be that, but you know what time it is when it's time for the bills to get paid. That is what she's saying, but she is trying to cover her guilt by saying things that is not even required for her to say, but it's making her look hella guilty.
And we all understand that. As we knew this stuff from young people, from kids, we knew these types of things. You know how much you're trying to play in our face right now, bro? Trust me. And I defend our women, son, and all that, bro. Let's keep it real, son. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real. Listen to me. You know how much you want to play in people's face, bro? When this man, Orlando, asked her about flirting, he said, do you flirt? Does Anton flirt with you? What do you mean by flirt? She went into a long, I ain't going to go into the diatribe. All right. But listen what she described as flirting. He said, okay, explain to me any of the instances of what do you mean by Anton flirting with you? She takes a long pause. Listen, y'all. She takes a long pause. I don't know what for. But then this is what she says. And I want you to tell me, as a grown motherfucking person right now, is this flirting to you? Or if somebody come and said this shit to you, would you consider this shit flirting to you? Okay? Because you ain't no fucking 4-year-old puppy. Okay? Listen to me. She gonna say out her lips, oh, Anton, this is Anton voice. Oh, Micca, you so sweet. Oh, Micca, you so cute. That's what she said or called flirting with her. But first of all, we know goddamn well Anton do not speak like that. And I ain't calling this woman this word because I don't call my sisters or none of the sisters that. But guess what? This is Cat Williams calling you some shit.
You lying ass bitch.
That's Cat Williams. Don't shoot the ooters. Don't oot the ooters. I ain't do that. But that's kind of crazy to me.
I didn't say Anton. I didn't say Anton. I said when these type of business dealings go down and these men are on the golf courses, they usually want eye candy. I didn't say Anton. So I'm familiar with what you're saying is because I dated upper echelon men and they took care of me. And I went everywhere with them when they did business and they want an articulate, pretty woman beside them that can help them to leverage more deals. So what I'm saying to you is, you're saying we probably sat courtside for 15 minutes, but do you know, like, I just don't understand why you would go to a basketball game with you being there.
Why would you go? That is the question. Tasha being real nice here. Why are you going? We're not asking you, chick, how are deals made? Nobody, that was not the question. Why are you there? You say you have a husband. We know he has a wife. Why are you there? Listen, if I'm married, if I had a boyfriend, you take a hoe anywhere and that's going to be your hoe because I've got to go, okay?
And him being married and sit courtside together without the partners being
because
present.
it was already established that we would go there to his business dealings. And like I said, he already was doing business dealing with people that were there. And it does not hurt for me to be alone.
It was already established. What the hell does that even mean? You needed to buy a ticket. You needed to set it up. You needed to be there. So if it was established, why is it established with you? She seems to not get it. And not only that, she's not even looking. You know how I'm looking at the camera? Imagine me talking to y'all and looking this way. So not only is she looking this way, her eyes are reading something. So it's giving, she came on this show, on Tasha's show, for one, to get more followers, to get more people to come to her channel. Because listen, like I told y'all, YouTube is hard. You have to work. People think that they can just pop their ass on here and just make it because you cute. These folks don't give a damn. Listen, I think she should go to, what's that shit called? It's a website where the girls be on there naked. She should go to OnlyFans.
Oh, yo, Lakeisha cold as ice.
Oh no, you can't be serious. That's some bullshit right there.
Yo, Lakeisha's cold, son. She said I'm like, what website? Don't say OnlyFans. She said she need to go to OnlyFans. It's crazy. But we do know that Orlando, the guy with the blue suede suit, I feel should be running for president because that nigga did a flawless victory with her ass. But look, when he was speaking to her as well, he asked, would you go to Corey Holcomb's show? And she's like, she really was like kind of half 1 foot in, 1 foot out with the situation. When it came to Anton, she was more like she wouldn't do it and leaning towards more that side. But the Corey situation, it looked like she'd be up to it. So could this factor into some clout chase type vibe? Could be. Could she want some closure, speak to him and represent herself because he disrespected at a time? We got to factor that. Could be. But I think I would lean more towards clout chasing, you know what I'm saying? Because Corey also told you, if you want to come over here and come get it on your back. And I think that was straight violation, homie. Cynthia, good morning. Candy, good morning. Salute to everybody in the chat. Yeah, Mo, salute. Top of the days. MD, salute. You already know the vibe. But no, man, that's crazy.
Micca, you should go to OnlyFans because that's the place where they sell look. They don't sell that shit over here.
Especially if these are people that I can potentially do business with. I grew up very upper echelon here in Washington, D.C., and my parents.
You grew up very echelon here in D.C., but you act like a hood rat. You don't give upper echelon to me. You give, I'ma suck some D to get to where I need to go. That is what you giving. There's nothing upper echelon about you. You don't give that you come from nothing. You don't give that you have shit, because you're sitting here acting as if you don't know what she's talking about. And you know very well what she's saying, but what she ain't saying, because she's trying to be nice. But you reached out to her. Oh, y'all, it's going to get even more crazier, because she goes into talking about her manager. How the hell do you have a manager when you have no motion? Nobody even knows who you are. You don't even have a big enough fan base. Now, what Tasha goes into saying, like, you got a manager? I didn't get a manager till I had like 200,000. Girl, a manager for what? A manager costs money. You ain't making no money. Make it make sense, ma'am.
Part of the country clubs, and we went along a lot of times as children. So I've seen this over and over again. So
What does your husband think about you going courtside? What does your husband think about that?
Oh, so my husband was absolutely fine with my picture, because at the end of the day, everything that I do, my husband is aware of.
So keep in mind, guys, she's never making eye contact. So that's the most
She
uncomfortable.
didn't ask the question. She didn't ask you about a goddamn picture. She said, what does your husband feel about you sitting courtside, lady? The picture, see where her mind just goes to where she wants to go, bro. And she's not even doing it in a media trained way. Because, like, if a person asks you a question, you can kind of spin them in a way to say what you want to say or speak about what you want to speak about. She's not even doing that. She's just going to whatever she wants to say. And that shit is just not real conversation, bro. If you're talking to a regular person right now, you'd be like, bro, I just asked you a question, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? Exactly.
Thing about this, she's literally looking over to something. And it almost seems as if she's reading. If I'm talking to you, why am I looking over here? Like, she's doing this. This is how her eyes are going. She did
that the first conversation she had after the Corey Holcomb. She was doing the same thing, looking off to the side. Made us think that maybe Anton was there, maybe her husband was in the room, maybe a person was there, because she keeps looking off to the side. Is it a person there? Are you reading something? Like, what's going on? Why are you not making eye contact? But we also see the same issue is when that man, Orlando, the interviewer, was there. Many parts of that, she wasn't making eye contact. And we equate that with lying or some kind of disingenuous type vibe. So make of it what you will, but I just don't know.
Take some subtle looks every now and again, but her whole presence is looking off to another area of the room. And I'm surprised Tasha didn't call that and say, what are you looking at?
I don't hide anything from my husband. This is my husband. So anything that I do, anything that I'm going to say.
So your husband know that you and Anton Daniels was in the same room at all, if any, for any moments at all? I don't care. Y'all ain't got to be in each other's room to do no content. Y'all ain't got to do none of that. There's a video because Anton wanted this to be known like you was in his room at all. And if your husband never met this man, never spoke to this man, why is this decent for you to be doing this? I just don't understand it. As a single woman, do what you want to do. As a married woman, how is this real? And if you called your husband and say, I'm in his room, is your husband cool with this? Well, if your husband's cool with this, he's simp of the year.
Oh, no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
Leave him alone. They protecting simps right now. You get a simp on simp crime. So I ain't doing that. You a simp? Let's leave him alone then. Fuck.
Like this interview or anything else that I do, my husband is aware of.
Oh.
This hoe is either using ChatGPT to answer these questions or something is prompting her, because hopefully she puts.
Oh, that is smart. Wait a minute, Lakeisha. That's smart. But you can have ChatGPT on the computer or something on the tablet running, listening to the whole conversation and the question, and just say, I want you to answer every question. Oh, I mean, like, and it give you like a synopsis. It can do that. Is she using AI to prompt some sort of an answer? Because she can't think that far? Shit, that's crazy.
this on YouTube, but y'all got to see her motion and how she's looking. It's literally over here. She's saying, my husband is a part of everything I do. Like, why are you not looking this way, ma'am?
She got it on another device. She don't even got it on the same computer that she's on. Whatever she's reading is on another device on the side. What she needs to learn, if you want to read something, obviously, because you're reading, most likely, allegedly, put the prompter on your shit and read it out the prompter. Look, because you keep doing this, it's blowing up the spot. It's blowing up a spot. We don't know what's going on.
Okay. Excuse her. Is it worth your reputation being tarnished
Shout out to
online?
my sisters. Shout out to the queens. You know, Uda love the queens. Shout out to my kings, too. You know, you're my brother. But you know, Uda love the queens. Uda ain't with no sausage party, homie. On Jesus sandals, I'm not with no sausage party. But look, Theophilia darling, my darlings. Look, they saying her husband don't care because he playing on the crooked letter on them letters. He playing for that team, homie.
Oh no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right
I
there.
don't want to say that because I don't know who this person is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But it's given weird. It's given, I don't know, bro. She wearing the trousers or she running this guy or some shit. Or maybe he don't care. I could probably agree. Maybe he don't care, bro. Maybe he don't care. I don't know.
You having
Maybe
to,
she acting like she got it under control and come to find out she ain't got shit under control. It's Anton that had her ass and tonight under goddamn control.
contact platforms such as myself to clear your name? Is you hanging with another man? We've never seen your husband. This is the first time we're hearing about it. Is this worth your reputation? You say you know, DC is a very small town. I'm familiar with DC and a lot of the money that walks around DC. I know the people, especially the Black people. There's not too many of them around there that make money like that. So they're gonna know you when you pop up on this platform. So what I'm saying is it worth your reputation to have to get out here and defend that you're not sleeping with him?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And again, like I said, everything that I've done with Anton has been all business dealings.
Before we started the call, your manager was on the phone with you.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked that you had a manager.
Okay.
Do you know why?
No, I don't know why.
Because you have no movement.
Okay.
I didn't get a manager, my first manager, till like 200,000. Like, and that was,
okay.
You don't have any movement. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, you have a manager.
Mm-hmm.
That was a little taken aback for me because I was like, you have absolutely, like, you're in spaces, but you don't have any movement.
Let's just break that down. What Tasha said, you have no movement. This is all about the money game. This is what it's about. You have a manager for what? Girl, you don't even have enough subscribers. You don't have enough followers. It don't work like that. Managers need to get paid. So are you telling me you have a real manager that is working with you, but you have no motion, is what she's saying. Motion is you don't have enough going on that would facilitate you having a manager. It doesn't make any sense. This girl is full of shit. And she is, again, clout chasing again. And let me see if I can show y'all. I don't know if I can show y'all because sometimes it kind of glares off. In this interview,
Tasha K, y'all. She went to the ones of them ones. She went to Tasha K. She thinks she was talking to that man. Like that man was a problem. That man was an issue. Orlando, the interviewer, he was sharp. So we can't take away that from him. This is Tasha K. This is what Tasha K do for a living. Tasha K understand it. So when she tried to throw these little YouTube stats, she's like, yeah, I know already. Yeah, okay, I know. You know what I mean? You can't get that same leeway that you got with a person that's really not in the knowing as much. That guy Orlando, shout out to him because he really did his history and his information. He did his research. So it goes to show you, if we interviewing people ever, research could get you up to date. You know what I mean? He really, really researched a lot of stuff. I'm not even gonna. Let's get to what Lakeisha's showing us. Look, her face is off to the side all the goddamn time.
He's literally looking the other way. Like I said, hopefully she'll publish it, you know, so everybody can actually see it.
What I'm saying is, and I'm not speaking down on you, he said something to you that kind of raised my eyebrows. He said, remember what I told you. And you were like, I got it. What did he mean by that?
Well, first of all, this would be the first time that I would have to talk to someone to actually interview about anything that may be semi-personal or even my business dealings. So again, that's something that he has to talk to me about. And that's something that a manager does, especially a manager that absolutely knows the business, because my manager
don't tell me shit. He works for me.
Okay, well, my manager is very experienced. So again, if this is something that I'm doing for the first time, you talk to your client about what to expect, what is going on, and so forth.
Okay. So what did he tell you about me?
He didn't tell me anything about you. He told me what to expect on an interview.
Okay. All right. Which led to, you know my platform is big. And Micca, I've been doing this a long.
That's weird though. You got a manager, right? He's just gonna tell you about the interview. He's not gonna tell you nothing about Tasha. Like, you know, she was this or she's that, or you know, she kind of speak like this. This is your manager. If your manager knows way more than you, like you say, like, why wouldn't he update you, or he or she? I don't know what a manager is, but why wouldn't this person be updating you on these little things, right? How to speak, what should you be saying, what kind of questions to avoid, what type of interview style that a person has. So for her to alone say that your manager didn't talk to you about Tasha is a fucking lie. Because every individual person has an interview style. So you know what I'm saying? So from the outside looking in, if you're managing somebody, you need to talk to a person about a person's interview style. Let's say you're trying to promote something. Let's say you're going to talk with somebody that be talking mad slow and they be mad long, but they want you to come on their show. So you like, listen, the manager might say, look, man, this person be dragged out. They be kind of slow. The program's kind of slow. They don't be too much with the action. So kind of push your things out there, kind of lean, you know what I mean, push your situations out there, you know what I'm saying? Because this person they're gonna get to it, but they might not get to it the way we need to promote your thing, your brand. Some people's out there more, so they say, yo, look, be more reserved, take in their questions, try to double think, don't take your time, don't rush the questions, trying to listen, you know what I'm saying? That's regular shit, bro, of a manager. So this is, again, she just don't seem like she's being genuine. Sorry, man.
Long time.
Okay.
And I've dealt with a lot of personalities. And this is the first that I've heard of a woman being dragged across social media for being in some, I would consider as a wife. I don't know how Anton Daniels' wife do things, but I'm from the South. I don't give a damn how pretty you are. I don't give a damn if you're an ugly bitch. Niggas will hit an ugly bitch before they'll hit a pretty bitch any day, okay? Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is, this is the first time that I've seen a dynamic like this, and now you guys are doing business trips together. Your husband is nowhere.
We do not do business trips together.
I had to stop it there. Tasha says you guys are doing business trips together. Okay. We don't know where they've been before, but she clearly stated that she has went to Anton's hometown, Detroit, at least 3 times. Is that not a business trip? Or maybe y'all, I mean, wouldn't you call it a business trip?
Why that's not a business trip? Why when the guy said your arrangement, she said, oh, I see what you're doing there. But if me and you have a business arrangement, we have a business arrangement. Her mind is so defensive to certain parts. Kind of make me think maybe she was a goer.
Oh, no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
Maybe she was a goer. I don't know, because I really don't think Anton Sarate. I don't think he put the belt to the. You know what I'm saying? To the coulda wouldas. I don't think that. But the way she's moving, though, bro, got me thinking like he could have tied that on the Pootie Tang box. I don't know, bro. Y'all get in the comments because that people relationship.
Now, we know that she went with Anton to Corey Holcomb's show. Was that not a business trip? You see how this girl is deflecting and lying? The only person that does that is somebody that's trying to cover something up. Well, listen to what she says when Tasha says you guys are going on business trips together.
Said you guys met up and he was in town for a basketball game.
No, what I said, no, ma'am. What I said was I went to Detroit. You said taking business trips together.
Is that not a business trip?
No, you said we took business trips together and we never took.
Did you go to Detroit?
Did she not go to Corey's show? So let's say, I guess what she's saying, since she went to him, they didn't take a business trip together. But did they not both go to LA? Because she doesn't.
She don't live in LA or Las Vegas. Anton doesn't live in LA or Las Vegas. We meeting up to go. We're going to meet up in Vegas. This is a business trip unless we doing something personal, right? So why is she so strung out on avoiding this or tiptoeing around that? That's what's kind of leading me to say, yo, maybe she was a goer. Real shit, son. Because she don't seem that bright to me anyway, bro. And she seemed like a clout chaser too as well. Anton said, any woman under my covering, I should have access to the box, something like that. She was on the panel. She never gave the man no pushback, never said shit. But then when she spoke to that man, Orlando, and did the interview, she brought that up at the very end. When she spoke about how Anton didn't protect her, she said, he's supposed to be an advocate. And especially if I'm under your covering, that's the same words that Anton used. She's not using that because she's a Christian. No. Because if you really think like a Christian, you got your own husband, woman. You got your own covering. You don't need nobody else coverings to be under unless you listening to this dumb shit that Anton's saying. So you and Anton shared the same word of that, the covering. So that means you actually kind of was probably with the goals. More than the nose. You probably was with the goals more than the nose. I don't know. She said the same word, under his covering. How does a married man talk about he was supposed to protect me and I was supposed to be under his coverings? What the fuck are you talking about, woman? You're married, woman. You have a husband. That's your covering. What are you talking about? What world is this when people is married and looking for other people to be under their coverings? What type of shit is this, bro? You got your own home, but you're going outside to go find shelter. What type of shit is this when you got your own roof, your own bed, your own crib, but you're going outside on a rainy day to go find shelter under the shit that they built, the little scaffoldings? You're going to go sleep under a scaffolding because somebody's there to watch with you, and that's your protection, and that's your covering. Why is you going in when you could be inside your own house when you already got your crib? Are you going to go sleep under the scaffolding in the rain? Because that's a covering as well? Come on, bro. Shit don't make sense. I got to break the shit down to you like that. Don't make sense, bro.
Live in LA. Anton doesn't live in LA. Wouldn't that be a business trip together? But she's fighting for her life and saying,
exactly, Ophelia. They was under some goddamn covers.
Oh no, you can't be serious. That's some bullshit right there.
Hey, yeah, Ophelia, that might have been your gotcha moment.
Shit. Got your ass.
Gotta listen when a woman speak. You know what I'm saying? I gotta listen when a woman speak. A woman know more than a woman. That's what I was told by a woman. I'm listening. Fuck it.
On a business trip together. What is the relevance in lying? Because we know that you and him went to Corey Holcomb's show together. We know that. You have addressed that. But she's saying we didn't. What is going on here?
See him for business?
I went to Detroit. Correct.
Okay, so that is, and then you guys went to a Detroit basketball game and sat courtside.
Correct.
Okay, and you did other things out together on a business trip, correct?
No. So from there, went right back to the studio.
And his wife didn't mind you going along to the game?
No, I told you, his wife understands his business dealings, and she's there 90% of the time, if not 999.
Well, she wasn't there in LA when y'all went to the Corey Holcomb show. So stop the lies, Micca.
Percent of the time. She's just usually off camera.
But she wasn't with you that day at the game.
No, she was not.
Always talking twice. She's there 90% of the time, if not 999. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Give me a regular percentage. This person is there like 999% of the time, bro. It's probably like a percentage when the person not there, right? Why are you going from 90, then switching to 99.9? What type shit is that, bro? You ever play NBA 2K? Was your player 90 or was your player 99? If your player was 99, it was Michael Jordan, bro. So you don't know the difference between 99 and you don't know the difference between 90. Yeah, all right. Creole King, salute, man. It's crazy, bro. We know what is a difference between 90 and 99.
Your husband can take another woman to a basketball game?
Tasha, we're not here to talk about my husband.
I'm here to talk about your character.
Okay, well, my character is A1 because this is a woman. I've talked to his wife in person. She met me the first day I came out, and I can tell you that I have no
question. Can your husband take another woman that looks like you to a basketball game?
If my husband was doing business as I'm doing it, or as Anton is doing, or something that deals in that arena, yes, he just can't go to one. But again, Tasha, we're here to talk about me. My character, again, is A1 because I'm squared away with the wife.
I don't think you have a husband. I think that's a safe word for you.
No, well, Tasha, I'm sorry, you can think what you want.
She said, I don't think you have a husband. And I don't think you have one either, ma'am, because I don't need to, tell the world I'm married. But the fact that people start thinking that I'm, messing with somebody else's husband, that's the first thing. Hold on, I got a husband.
First of all, I like how she said husband. I'm just going to say that. I'm going to put that out there. But the black woman is cold. Oh, she cold when she ready. I don't even think you got a husband. But how cold is Tasha K? This is what I'm saying. This woman was speaking to this man. He was grilling her, but he still got respect for her husband. And I think he really spoke to the husband. And the husband wanted to get some truth out of her. And he pressed, and that's why the guy pressed her in that interview like that. That's my own opinion. If it comes out to be that, that's my own opinion. But Tasha K is a different type of deadly. Joy, good morning, queen. Good day. Tasha K said, I don't believe you even got a husband. I think this shit is a cover-up. Yo, Micca, do you need a hug?
Excuse me, buying hugs for $1. No, I'm buying hugs.
You would notice in this interview, she has on a ring on her finger or whatever the ring finger is, honey. I don't remember. But anywho, now she mysteriously has a ring on. I don't believe she got a husband either. I think this is something that they came up with and that this is, whatever type of relationship that they have going.
No, this is why I'm going to say I don't know, Lakeisha. This is why I'm going to say I don't know, Lakeisha, right? Because during this whole situation, she's been hiding that she has a husband. Okay, let's think about this, right? But when she went on room 9, right? After everything or whatever the case, when she was on there talking about the situation, and she was saying like, y'all know why I wouldn't be with the women in my family. And she was speaking about her family, and she was not speaking about herself being married because she was trying to talk around this. But at one point, she says to the people on the panel, even Anton there, she says, I would not be like, the whole question was a woman that wants a man that is unavailable. So Anton is such of a clout chaser, clout demon, that after the Corey Holcomb shit, before defending this woman, the first time and the only last time that she was on room 9 after the Corey Holcomb shit, he came up with a topic and asked her and the women, what do you feel about a woman that is pursuing men that are unavailable? And women really want men that are unavailable. If a guy is willing to be there and do all of these things, they're going to shit on him. This is the conversation. Micca is visibly looking uncomfortable because you can see she don't want to talk about this because everybody's saying that she's a side chick and a home wrecker and everything else, probably wrecking her own home. this was going viral from Corey. This is the first thing that happened right after Corey Holcomb's show. See what I'm saying? So we understand. Come on, Micca. Come on, Micca. Come on, Micca. I think that she's going on this clout run, this interview chase, that whatever she's doing, but I don't know if it's helping her or it's hurting her, bro. I think it's kind of more hurting her than helping her. And I want everybody in the comment, because that's what I was gonna do as the poll in the chat. Do you think that this is helping her image or hurting her image more? Because you know they say any bad press is good press too, and all that shit too. But do you think really and honestly this is helping her or hurting her? Get in the comments and let me know what y'all think, and let's get back to it.
But that was going to be the deterrence. Hey, I got a husband, but you don't have no pictures of your husband on your social media. You talking about you protecting him, but you the woman, no, he protects you. It does.
She spoke to them people on that panel, Anton included, and she said, I would never do that. Like, she won't pursue a man that's unavailable because y'all know why. And I was like, I did a video on the shit. Go check my video. I said, it's one with her crying, an AI video. You see her crying, AI thumbnail. I said, what? What does that mean? I didn't even understand what that meant. I said, why would they know why you won't go or be trying to be with a man that's unavailable? Why not? Because you a churchgoer? I was like, no, I ruled that out. Why? Because you was never with nobody, was a virgin too? That's not even an answer. I'm like, what's the reason? Only could be they know that she's married. That was the only thing, because she was also speaking about the women in her life. Like, all the women around me is married. So she comes from a culture of that, right? So I put 1 and 2 together and got that. So even if we want to make this claim that she's not married, I think that she is. Maybe she in some fool marriage where this dude is the damn gopher. He going for anything. Probably that. Or some people saying he for the other team. I don't know. I ain't trying to put that on people. I don't know. I never seen the brother. But I don't know. I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense.
I think, but I'm telling you the truth. I can't help what you think.
But because you don't move like a married woman.
Okay, well, I understand what you think, Tasha, and I understand how you feel. But again, I am.
You don't move.
And the way you skated around that question,
No,
it's like you bring up the husband, you don't feel comfortable talking about it, and then you pick, coincidentally, after the internet has dragged you my platform, which is very big, to say that now you have this invisible husband that no one knows about.
A lot of people know about my husband. I'm from a small town, so a lot of people know about my husband. And
remember, Orlando, I trust Orlando at least a little bit, because we can't trust farther than we could throw each other sometimes. But I believe Orlando. Orlando said, I met your husband, and your husband popped out on me when we was doing our conversations. He was in there every time because she worked with him at Fox, but he said your husband popped out. So I do believe she does have a person. To the degree of what their relationship is like is their own thing. I don't know. Like I said, they said, Uda, did you see the husband? I said, hell yeah, I saw the husband. They said, yo, Uda, stop lying. I said, yes, I did. Tasha, he not invisible. I saw the husband. They said, Uda, what the husband look like? Hold on, let me tell you right now. I'm going to give you the perfect description. He looked like a goddamn fool, because I done seen plenty of goddamn fools, and I done been a goddamn fool, so I know what to look for. That's it. He looked like anything like that. Ain't no way. I said, ain't no way, boy, that you got your woman running around with Anton Daniels. He complimented her body, all types of shit, sitting at games, all types of shit, using her as a show pony, show and tell, like when we was in school, bringing her ass to class. She ain't got no class, looking like allegedly.
You can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
I'm trying to put nothing on our sisters. But our sisters need to do better, because when I was in my bullshit, y'all be on my bumper. Who do you know you supposed to be? Y'all be on me. Y'all be on me, bro. So we got to be like this with each other. Fuck that. Fuck all this gender shit. We gonna be talking to each other. Fuck that. And we gonna get each other right. That's what we gonna do.
Oh, if there's a husband, I can find out about it. I can't do it right now, but I can. You do know that, right?
That's absolutely fine. But
I'm just
again,
you, if there's no husband, and you say that there's a husband, and maybe there's some issues with the husband, then I got the report Because now you don't open up Pandora's box.
Tasha, there's no issue with the husband. I've answered every question that you've asked, and I've answered it truthfully. I have a husband.
Do you think your relationship with Anton is deemed as publicly appropriate?
Hold up, Ophelia. Everybody talking about, is it true that somebody seen the husband? Y'all seen the husband? Have y'all seen? Talking about he looked like a dude from Tyler Perry. Who? The husband? Hurry up, Ophelia. Is the husband? Y'all seen him? And if so, where's this man at? So we about to put this nigga on the Summer Jam screen. Fuck that. We about to Jay-Z this nigga. Straight. We putting him on a Summer Jam screen. That's it, homie. It's great. All right. Why you getting together and let me know where I can find this picture of this man if you do? Because we's putting this in. Oh, where? Put me where I can find him. Because we bringing him up right now. The world, we all need to see this dude. Because I said he was looking like a goddamn fool. But let me see him for my own. Let me put some eyes, my Stevie Wonders on some of these people. Oh, Shiesty saw too? Nah. Y'all got to get in the comments. Yo, don't tell me y'all seen the husband if you. Oh, shit. Okay. Wait. All right, cool. Hold up. Shout out to my sister, Schnyler. Shout out to my sister. We gonna get the Schnyler in a second. Hold up. We gotta go see my sister. I'm gonna pull it up in the background while we listening. Hold up. Get out of town. Yo, that's what I'm saying. Niggas want us to separate from our sisters. Fool. Who could do that investigatory work like our sisters? I'm not a cop, fool. I was on the wrong side of my life. I mean, on the wrong side of the law.
Oh, no, you can't be serious. That's some bullshit right there.
She got her badge. She earned it.
Yes, I've never done anything with Anton that has not been business.
And he's never propositioned you or flirted with you?
Absolutely not. He does not proposition me.
Okay. All right, well, listen, I wasn't going to come on here and just let you, say what you wanted to say. I had to pressure you a little bit.
I understand.
I'm just saying, you wouldn't be around my nigga. I'm just saying, I'm not insecure. You wouldn't, not with this. And we're going to make sure we put up a hole. You got a BBL or are you natural?
No, I am 100% natural.
Those your eyes too?
Everything. Everything that you see on my pages. Everything that you hold on.
Okay.
Let me answer. Everything that you see on my page is, however, if you want to talk about do I wear contacts from time to time, yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah, you don't move like a married woman. You I'm just saying.
Shout out to the other sister. I said shout out to our sisters. Brothers and sisters need to be building together. And when men and women, us, especially this color people, we gonna get our children right. Period, bro. We lose focus of our children when we get to arguing with each other. Point blank, period. Even in a household. What you think happens on a bigger scale, globally, in the streets, outside? Same shit, bro. You gotta just compartmentalize this shit and just break down. But look, we got a sister that got the husband, y'all. Listen, bro. We bringing the husband outside, son. Fuck out of here. The women and the children, we not doxing that, bro. But nigga, be a man, homie.
Oh, stand no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
Because you was been supposed to be a man and stand up and come run down on Anton or somebody or her or somebody come tell somebody something. You feel me, bro? So we gonna see who this guy is. We're gonna see who this guy is. Let's let them finish it up, and we just gonna go see who this guy is real quick.
I'm just saying, like,
I understand what you are saying, but my initial point still stands. As long as my husband knows my.
Okay, guys. So I wanted to let you guys hear that interview because it was so much in that interview that I would have had to, let you guys hear.
Keisha, you're doing great work, sister. So just leave it there. Leave it to Beaver, sister. You're doing great work. And I will play my applause, but my applause button been acting the fuck up over there in my soundboard. But who the manual too? Straight. So, you know what I mean? I get to you just like that, sister. So shout out to you for displaying this for us because we really need to do this. And I was going to pay the little $12 to TashaK.com just to give my people the little information. So they needed to Stevie Wonder that. They needed to see that because y'all know Stevie can see. But hold up, look. Shout out to Lakeisha Keisha. Shout out to Micca because it was giving something on this little thumbnail. It was giving seductress. On there, you know what I'm saying? So leave that be. Hold up. Shout out to my girl Nyla Says. Okay. And anybody that says the black man need to separate from the black woman or the black woman need to separate from the black man, go to hell.
Oh no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
Buddha don't care to tell you to go to hell. I'm trying to listen to my brother say, you know what? We need to be more emotionally. All right, cool, son. I'm from a place where a lot of my friends are unaligned. So when I look at some of you people, bro, just always remember that. And I swear to Jesus Christ, Sandals and my grandmother that died June 22nd, the day after my birthday. Cool. I just want to make sure that we all on clear footing. Who's not here just for some YouTube. Not that guy. So if you want to leave now. Don't care. Look, boom. Let's get to this. We're not like.
I got you. All right. Miami Heat, Vinny Carter says, do we think that Anton is hitting that? Baby, I think Anton is tearing that ass out the frame if he can. Okay, if he can. In between him needing like insulin and high blood pressure medicine, allegedly, he tearing that ass up.
Allegedly. But our sisters is dangerous when they get dangerous. You know what I'm saying? They want us to separate. Shut up. Don't be stupid. We listening to my sister Nala Says. Shout out to Lakeisha Keisha. Y'all go subscribe to her. This is Nala Says. She looking like she going in the pictures and all of that. I don't know. The women and the children, I ain't really with exposing to the men too. But I'm just saying, you're a man, bruh. You a man, bruh. Be a man, bruh. And if you popped out a long time ago, maybe some of this shit wouldn't be going on, brother. Straight up. We got to take more ownership of our situation. Our wife, you as a woman, got to take more control over what your husband's doing. What the hell are we doing out here, bruh? And we conservative Christians and all this other shit? We're not doing that. We're not doing
it. Okay, any chance he get. Amen. Okay. So without further ado, y'all ready to see him or not? Y'all ready to see the husband? Y'all ready to see the mystery man that's not white? The man that she has been hiding? And here he is. So this is her husband, and we will go through his social media. Okay. This is him.
How do our sisters do the good work that they do? How do they do this? Where did she found this guy from? Wow. I didn't know who she was with. I could have probably thought she was with a white dude. I don't know. I don't know. Some of the sisters are saying that they think that he's playing for the other team. He's switch hitting. This picture don't look like, you know what I mean? Like a bad picture. It don't look like he, you know what I mean, doing anything untoward.
Oh no, you can't be serious. That's some bullshit right there.
Let's let Nyla speak a little bit more. Let her just, I guess, show us something else. Maybe that's where y'all getting it from, because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And there's no disrespect to this guy, me bringing out this video. I just feel like she didn't. Yeah, that's what they saying. It's the husband. But I'm saying she didn't really respect this man enough. She didn't respect him to be a part of the loop. At the end of the day, she shared a connection with Anton's wife and Anton. I'm not talking about no actual, but she shared a connection that much of a connection that when Anton called his wife and said, after the court, what you think about Micca? She said, oh, I love Micca. Micca's my boo. Micca was asked on the interview with Tasha, how do you think about the wife? I mean, with the man. Oh, I love his wife. She's one of the sweetest people. But yet your husband can't say the same about his wife, and your husband can't say the same about him. So why do you, as a married woman, could share an energy with these two people who are married, but yet your husband cannot be a part of that same energy to say, oh, nah, I met the wife. The wife's cool. Or nah, he cool too. It seems like you hiding something there. Let's just let Nyla talk, though.
Yeah. This is Mr. Eric Watson. Mr. Eric Watson appears to.
I didn't even know that. Antonites, bald head, bald head, bald head. Why you ain't got no hair up there? Nigga looking like an Antonite. Fucking night. Nigga looking like a kryptonite. Nigga looking like a shadowite. Nigga looking like a shadowlight. Nigga looking like not tonight. Nigga looking like try night. Oh shit. We having fun in the morning, bro. 6, 7 o'clock in the morning when I did this stream. I ain't even slept. I need coffee. I didn't even drink no coffee yet.
Be mixed martial arts. fighter. He also does personal training. He also has a media company. It seems I believe he's also a vet, but actually he seems like a really good guy. He's with his daughter a lot. Takes a lot of videos. I have
Oh, right. I don't know if they got a kid. I don't want to get into that because Micca said she want to protect her family. So I'm gonna kind of skim through to see what's going on. I don't want to put no kid up here. Hopefully Nala ain't do that shit. But Nala's most likely not gonna do that, right? She's most likely not gonna do that. Okay, this is another image of this guy. Right? It's another image of the bruh. Right? Let's skim through because you know Nyla gonna be cooking on this dude. Seem like a cool dude though. I don't really get gay vibe from him though. From these pictures, I don't see gay really right here. I don't know. Maybe I seen something else. And women got a different kind of vibe because I mean I don't know. Y'all got gaydar, they saying all types of shit. So I don't know. I mean the brother by the temple. I don't know. I don't want to put the gay on the man yet. You know what I'm saying? It don't seem like he. Oh look, he in the force. That don't mean in some forces looking like he's SWAT or some shit. I don't know who that is. Oh, that's probably the daughter that she's talking about. Goddamn. But she grown. So it's all good with that one. Oh, that's him and AI? I made Allen Iverson laugh by asking him about practice. He will always be regarded as one of the most feared guards in the NBA. Congratulations on being named vice president of Reebok. That's a real ass picture. He was there with AI. Shout out to that though. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no scrub. I don't want no scrubs. He ain't no goddamn scrub. You can say that. He around AI. AI look like he chilling, having a good time. Or he around Salt Bay. Look like he getting around. He on the pools chilling. Pause. The short's short though. Pause. He came out with his coochie cutters.
Oh no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
Was, you know what I mean? Cutting some you know what I mean? Some ass. Some shit, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? I know Nyla's cooking them though. I don't know. The brother seemed like a cool brother though. He seemed like a cool brother. I don't know. I don't get no yag from him though. Bruh. He might have lost me here, bruh. With this tight OnlyFans, subscribe to. Why you got on this shirt, bruh? Why do you got on this shirt, bruh? Nah. Right here, you got me. Got it there. Yo, bruh. Coreo. Got it. It's over. Because, you know, you just don't want to put shit on people. Because sometimes we got people that's kind of quirky, people kind of weird. You know what I mean? You met friends in your hood growing up. They wasn't gay. They were just weird. Sometimes you got weird people. They just kind of weird to us because they just not, you know what I mean? What you deem is normal. So there's no one weird because even you're weird to some people. So we get what I'm talking about here. But this conversation now, when the man got on the OnlyFans shirt, I don't know about this. That could be leaning like he do Brazilian jiu-jitsu though. He do Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Oh, no, this person says, I'm reporting you because you don't have an OnlyFans. So he's just doing this as a joke, most likely. He doesn't have one. But I just think it's kind of weird to even have on the OnlyFans shirt. That's just me. As a grown-ass man, you got on the OnlyFans shirt, married. What are you promoting, sir? What the fuck are you promoting? So I just can't jack that right there. Sorry. That could be anything you want to think of. That's probably some of the reason why they leaned to say he was whatever. In the pool or whatever the case may be. Yeah, that's homeboy. That's homeboy though. Yeah, bro. That's homeboy. Yeah, bro. I don't know though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nyla for doing the good work. Shout out to my sisters because I would have never found that shit. I wouldn't even go to look for that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'd have thought, I don't know. I just thought of like a different type of dude. I thought of like a dude that looked kind of like, Elder Barge type, Matt Barnes type, probably Toby Maguire type. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking type. A person that she probably was with because based on how he not popping out, and this guy seemed like he a little, he in the task force, the SWATs or whatever, look like he ready, he got some activities. So I don't understand why he's so out the loop with his wife and why they have two different minds when one of the points and key components of marriage is becoming one mind, if not one body, one soul, or one of everything else that we want to say. You know what I'm saying? I pictured him different in other ways, but from what I thought, when everybody, he yagged, son. He playing for the team. He with the letters, brother. He with the letters, and I ain't talking about gang activity with the letters. I was looking for something else. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But that OnlyFans shirt, though, I don't know. Yeah, that kind of was weird to me with the OnlyFans. But I think he was doing like a Brazilian jiu-jitsu, like tournament, maybe sparring or some shit. So I'll give him like the little credits for that. But still in all, why am I wrestling a person, sparring, grappling and all of this shit with a shirt that says subscribes to my OnlyFans? I think that's weird. Me as a man, grappling with a man. And when people record the footage of me grappling, it said I got some OnlyFans shit on. I'm putting him in submissions and some weird shit. I think that's weird.
Oh no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
I think that's weird. Whether he had one or not, you're promoting that. You know what I'm saying? And I think as a married man, I don't think you want to be promoting OnlyFans. Like, who's promoted OnlyFans? You promote OnlyFans? Why? Unless you got an OnlyFans, why the fuck would you promote it? What sense that makes? That shit doesn't even make sense to me. It doesn't. As a grown person, it doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. And then I saw one of them pictures when you was by the temples out there looking like in Arabia and all of that. So I don't know if you could be leaning towards some Islam, some whatever, maybe trying to find your faith. Maybe you found your faith. Maybe you know your faith. I just think that shirt don't really represent any of that shit. And we see that from a lot of people. I don't know if you're conservative Christian, like she's kicking it. But if you are, I don't think that's conservative at all. See what I'm saying? So I think that could be contradictory. But yeah, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think about Micca though, man. Micca played herself, I think, with these two interviews. Maybe she's getting out her story. Maybe she's trying to get her clout. She's trying to get her views up and all of that's cool. But I just think that this is hurting her image more than it's helping her image. All of these things now has led to her husband being out, even though she said that he don't want to be outside in the public. It's led to this man being outside now. You know what I mean? Orlando was asking you, is your husband embarrassed and certain things like that? You was acting like you couldn't speak around it, about it. It's just so many things. I just think for a fact you made your husband look bad as well as yourself. And I just don't think Micca's taking as much of the accountability as she should take. Yes, Anton deserves a lot of that shit, what he's going to get, but she has to take her own accountability. She has to. You know what I mean? Yes, Anton didn't protect her and all of those things. I said that in my first videos. I agree with her. Totally did. But she has to take her own accountability. And I think some of her realest accountability was she should have just came out to speak about Anton, explain her whole side, whatever she feel, explain that he didn't protect her, whatever, and then just step away from this whole situation and move on and go back to your family and the building of that and doing what you got to do there. Because that's really what matters more than anything else, more than clout, more than fame, more than Anton, more than all of this. You are a married woman. I don't know if you have kids because you said you didn't want to speak towards that. But regardless, if you do, we know that he does. So there is kids within the marriage, regardless of the fact we could put our own ones and twos together, right? So what are we doing? But at the end of the day, you were an enabler of Anton. So we cannot be that sorry or sad for you, sister. Because you said, I get his persona and what he's doing and stuff. Because when we in real life, he don't be dealing with me and talking with me like that. We don't know that. But you're going with the persona. So when the narrative comes out, don't be mad about the narrative. So when that man say a woman that's working with me and that's under my covering who I'm rocking with like that, I need to have some kind of access to the vagina or the box or whatever the case may be. If she's under my covering, then that could include you, sister. Especially if you're not one to speak up at that moment. You're just going to let clout be clout or be a panel, or let a personality be a personality. And you ain't going to speak up for something when it got you looking like something and you represent some whole other man who's your husband. What are you talking about? Be the one to speak up for you and let the other women look like fools and say, listen, bro, I don't know about y'all, but I know damn well ain't nobody getting no access to my shit like that. The fuck is you talking about? I don't know, bro. Just speak for yourself. You don't have to make it a big thing. Say something. Because that right there, what he's saying does not represent you. and a little measly $2,000 to $3,500 a month, not an episode, is not worth your goddamn integrity. Not even an episode. I'm just saying, but that most definitely is not. Even though I think she made more money and got more money. That's me personally. Yeah. But come on, we have to be real now, Micca. You got to take some accountability. You're not going to go on this tour blame Anton tour. We already know. We got blame for Anton ass. We got blame for Corey. We got blame for those people. Anybody that's not giving blame is an Antonite. Antonites, yes. Slimmy says, and the rest, yes. The Antonites, because we never heard Slimmy said shit that made sense or was even beneficial to this conversation. No, he only caped and capped for Anton. Period, point blank. Slimmy ain't never said shit. He never said shit. Okay. And I didn't know I had an Antonite in my midst, among us.
Oh no, you can't be serious. That's some bullshit
No more,
right
shout out to
there.
you, Queen. I never knew I had an Anton Daniels in my midst. Because Man Williams. Bald head. I think he got a little fade though, so he ain't got no bald head. Bald head. That might be a toupee, Man. He might peel that shit back. And under that shit, he got a bald head. Why you ain't got no head there? This nigga E is like an Antonite. Nigga said like a kryptonite. Nigga, I said nigga not the night. Nigga said Astonite. Head looking like a satellite. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to go there. It's too early in the morning. Told you. Oh, they didn't even drink his tea, his coffee, none of that yet. Okay? So don't let me do this. Don't let me do this because I'm a funny nigga when I'm ready. I'm a comedian. I hope you know this. Trust me. I be trying to chill. But look, regardless of the fact, we know two people is not an Antonite at the moment. Tasha K is not an Antonite. She was pushing pressure on this nigga, on her ass. And I think she's going to try to put some pressure back on Anton a little bit too, even though she want to use Anton to get at Corey. We know that man, Orlando, he's not an Antonite. That man gave proper pushbacks. He showed, and he's not even against this person. He actually probably got some kind of love for her because he worked with her. But he showed how to conduct a flawless interview, pushbacks, all of those things. A very, very entertaining interview, hands down. So yesterday and today, if you're from Orlando, Florida, it's not about you. It's about this man in Orlando today. If you play for the Orlando Magic, if your name is Orlando Bloom or Orlando Brown, it's not about you right now. Tomorrow it's about y'all. Not right now. It's about that guy that conducted a flawless interview in a blue suede suit and a Steve Harvey lineup with a golden shirt and a Christian Dior tie that was slicing and cutting through them lies. I ain't never seen what he had on his feet. He probably had them gold shits on, probably walking down the yellow brick road on the motherfucker, because he made his whole reputation in that one interview. That man had like 1,000 subscribers. I'm the first person to do a reaction to that video. Trust me. Go see the thing. I am. That video that he did on Talk Perspective had 100 views in like 8 hours, 10 hours, like a day. She did that shit like the day before when I said, what the fuck is this? This new? Soon as I pressed play, and I went live. I ain't do no video. Fuck that. Live. People was coming in and out. This shit. Oh shit, who that? Running to their channel. Trust me. We need to get to this work and get to the goddamn information, man. So salute to everybody. Salute to anybody that super chat and cash app and do all of those things. You know, Uda don't be begging you down. But y'all be out here tricking. And tricks ain't for goddamn kids. Tricks are for everybody, y'all. So trick some of that shit over here too. Salute to all of y'all though, man. I appreciate everybody. Shout out to Fear No Motors if you need some music for your channel. She does great. She can do all types of stuff, man. Get in contact with Fear No Motors. She's very, very talented in the things that she's doing. That's what it's all about. It's all about us furthering each other, pushing each other out in the algorithms. It's not about us hating on each other. It's about us getting to real conversations. You know what I mean? It's what it's all about. This from my lens. This is what it's always about to me. You know what I'm saying? It's always about building. I mean, I come from a place where everybody unalive each other and all that shit, bro. I ain't come to YouTube for that, son. I never came here and bought a street vibe or none of that shit, son. But half you niggas, I'll follow you and find you. I did already with one of you fuck niggas online that was playing with my child. The other nigga apologized on his own. Allegedly. I'll just say allegedly, because people try to use things in court. But I'm just saying, allegedly, my own opinion. I'm just saying, though, one thing we must do is defend the children. And when you understand defending the children, then you may see after that that the women may be needed to be defended as well. But if you don't see that, then your vision's skewed. You can't see that maybe a woman needs to be defended as well. I'm not saying go out there and be a simp. Simps exist. See what I'm saying? You can speak up for yourself. You don't have to go with everything that someone does. And even a woman could be chastised like a man could be chastised. I have a daughter. Ain't none of you heifers is up for fucking reprieve. The fuck are you talking about? Don't be stupid. Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb. You know what I'm saying? Same how y'all would cook on my ass. The same shit. We brothers and sisters, and that's how we got to be sometimes for us to get to the right place where we need to go. You know what I'm saying? I think that we all need to get to a certain place. You know what I mean? But I think some things need to be healed. Some things is from the internet, as far as the gender wars and certain things like that. It is a true existing thing, though. Even though people think it doesn't exist, it does. But I still think it comes through men and women having conversations. So shout out to anybody that's online that's still pushing that still have panels, that have men and women still, and they're not trying to section things off, even though I think men need to speak to men. And I think that women need to speak to women. And I think we also need that time to do that as well. But we can't be against us as men and women sometimes getting into a little kerfuffle and speaking and you know what I mean, doing that a little bit online. But real men is not going to sit there and argue with a woman all day. You might go into something, say something. It's like that. We're all human. Sometimes we have emotions. We want men to be less emotional, even myself included, everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. It's about no one's perfect, but it's about us moving towards what we want to move towards. We always want to talk about the patriarchy. Yo, the archy, son. Yo, it's the archy, my nigga. Like, leave me alone, bro. Leave me alone. We could create our own system of how the fuck we want to connect with each other, how we want to connect with anybody, how we want to vibe. So we could create our own environment of how we want to live within an environment, bro. And maybe then we could start to change some shit. But we have to see that first, that we are more powerful than we think we are. Straight. So every man that's listening to my voice, remember, go and drop some jewels on a younger guy, man. Help him to not go through some of the shit that you went through, some of the shit that I went through, son. Feel me? Being a young kid, son, being 12 years old, OG say, yo, listen, go around that corner. When you see them, son, you let that shit fly. But if you see women and children, you spin the block, you come back, you let that shit fly. I got there, so women and children, I spun the block, came back, allegedly. Carrying something that's bigger than me. See what I'm saying? That's fact. So how do we get our kids away from that? How do we get our kids out the drill, off the drill? If you could get one kid out of a car that's on a drill, you've done good work. You've done some great work. Okay? So understand that. Ooda, 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 always on go. You know, I'm going to start another one in a minute. I got some other topics that I do want to get into, so I'll get into that. But salute to y'all. I appreciate all of y'all love and y'all support me. So y'all all subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bells on to all. If you've been subscribed, unsubscribe, subscribe back, and hit the notification bells on to all. If you don't see my notifications, that's why. After Diddy trial, you know, I was getting a lot of, you know what I mean, algorithm feeding and shit. After that, I kind of stopped doing lives and took time for my family and just for things that matter to me. After being at the trial for 40 days and giving a lot of energy, being like a person that brought like love and energy to the trial. Because that shit was the devil there. Oils and Astroglide, nigga. Nigga that's out there in God time, son, told you God is great, Jesus is great. Drop 7s in any one of my chats. If you believe in God and Jesus, then they great. You ain't heard nobody at that Diddy trial told you that shit. Because ain't nobody cares about Jesus. They ain't on the chase that Uda on. Trust me. Last one left. Straight. At least from my crowd.
All my niggas from the Uda. All my niggas turn shooters. All my ops turn racks. All my niggas turn shooters. On the internet, you ain't all my niggas turn shooters. All my ops turn racks. All my niggas from the Uda. All my niggas turn shooters. All my ops turn racks. All my niggas turn shooters. On the internet, you ain't been a threat. You been stuck in a computer. Show me the proof. All my niggas turn shooters. All my niggas from the Uda. Welcome to the Uda. All my niggas from the Uda. All my niggas turn shooters. All my ops turn racks. All my niggas turn shooters. On the internet, you ain't been a threat. You been stuck in a computer. Show me the proof. All my niggas turn shooters. All my niggas from the Uda. Welcome to the Uda. All of my niggas insane. They tryna catch a mistake. Young niggas putting in pain. It in the game, all for the game. Niggas ain't playing for nothing. Went in school, laying it bang. My little nigga kill my little nigga. Full-time job not to kill niggas. Jump off the porch of the field, nigga. You was in the house, I'm a field nigga. No fuck boys around real niggas. Been a drug dealer since a little nigga, huh? To get a kilo, they'll kill a nigga. Fuck how you feel, nigga. To get some kilos, I'll kill a nigga too. Throw that rock like I'm Montana. Good head, raise my antennas. G49, not San Fran. Beat the box with my bandana. Then I dip set like I'm Santana. I'm in UK like that Montana. She bring me money, you proud. dresser. You got a jug and finesse her. I give a dick that'll change her life. You leave her change on the dresser. Shorty a wetty. That pussy ready, get ready. Don't wanna get ahead of myself, but I want the head for the Getty. She said she fuck with the Uda.